1300 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Ali Ahmed. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has warned of increasing burden on hospitals and existing health facilities if people do not follow coronavirus SOPs seriously. Over 4,000 new coronavirus cases with 148 new deaths have been reported in the country over the last 24 hours. World Health Organization says number of coronavirus cases across the world will reach 10 million next week. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred two Kashmiri youth in Sopore town this morning. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has warned of increasing burden on hospitals and existing health facilities if the people do not follow SOPs seriously. Talking to volunteers of Corona Relief Tiger Force in Islamabad today, he said it is essential to make common people understand the importance of following the SOPs. He also said if people follow SOPs in letter and spirit, the spread of the disease could be curtailed. He said 1 month is crucial, and if we are able to convince the people to adopt maximum precautionary measures, the peak of the disease could pass. Pakistan's ambassador to the United States, Asad Majid Khan, says Islamabad and Washington are working to strengthen their economic ties. According to a press release issued by Pakistani Embassy in Washington, the ambassador made these remarks while participating in a virtual session of Global Pakistan Tech Summit titled Enabling Technology Transfer from Silicon Valley to Pakistan. Asad Majid said key theme at last year's 3 meetings between President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Imran Khan was enhancement of trade between the two countries as well as the investment and economic relations. Tripartite agreement signing ceremony for Kohala hydropower project is being held today. In a tweet, Chairman China Pakistan Economic Corridor Authority retired Lieutenant General Asim Salim Bajwa has termed it a historic day. He said it will be the largest power sector investment of $2.4 billion in one IPP. Chairman CPEC Authority said with Prime Minister's clear direction to expedite CPEC projects, all stakeholders worked hard to bring this day. More than 4,000 new coronavirus cases have surfaced in the country over the last 24 hours, taking their total tally to 192,970. The death toll from the virus stands at 3,903, with 148 deaths reported over the last 24 hours. 21,835 corona tests were carried out during this period. 81,307 patients have so far recovered from the disease. The number of coronavirus infection cases across the world has risen to nearly 9.5 million, and the pandemic has so far claimed over 485,000 lives. The United States tops with over 2.4 million cases and more than 124,000 deaths, followed by Brazil with over 1.1 million cases and more than 53,000 deaths. World Health Organization says the number of coronavirus cases around the world now at about 9.1 million to reach 10 million next week. This was stated by WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus while addressing a virtual news briefing in Geneva. He said WHO is supporting many countries in dealing with the difficulties obtaining devices that boost flow of oxygen to support breathing of COVID-19 sufferers. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations has expressed full support to communique of recent OIC contact group virtual emergency meeting on situation of Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In a letter to OIC, ASEAN Coalition pointed out that situation on the ground in Jammu and Kashmir is dire and needs immediate attention to alleviate sufferings of Kashmiri civilians. It stated that since the August 2019 lockdown, there is no breathing space for the Kashmiris as the BJP Indian government has escalated its grip on the disputed territory, moving towards a complete annexation. The coalition said India's preoccupation to annex Kashmir has overshadowed the pandemic crisis, which India has not been able to cope. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred two Kashmiri youth in Sopore town this morning. The troops martyred the youth during a coordinated search operation in Hat Shiva area of the town. Meanwhile, the troops during another operation arrested half a dozen youth in different areas of Budgam district. China says the responsibility for recent border clash between Chinese and Indian army personnel in Galwan Valley in Ladakh is on India. Responding to Galwan Valley standoff in Beijing, Chinese Defense Ministry said India should meet China halfway in easing the situation and contributing to peace and stability along the border. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.jv.pk and also visit our website for live video streaming, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.